As Ashley's friend, I'm tired of everybody coming on this fucking app with their opinions, with their thoughts, with their conspiracies of what they think may have happened to my friend. It's clear as day that this man murdered and killed my friend. He tried to stage it as a suicide. Let's put that on the floor. Number one, Ashley would never harm herself. Ashley was beautiful, happy, talented, hardworking. She had no reason to. I was just speaking to her and I have the messages of while she was on this trip. Number two.
Y'all. The Ashley Janae story has turned into one of those cases where nobody online can agree. Some viewers see her as someone who deserves justice, period. Others are pointing to the choices she allegedly made before the trip and saying the warning signs were already there. According to online claims, people had been telling Ashley to keep her distance from Joe McCann long before things went left. But instead of backing away, she reportedly defended him and accused critics of being jealous of her relationship. Now that another Instagram page linked to Ashley is being discussed, people are re-examining her lifestyle, her connection to Joe, and whether this was a tragic case of manipulation, bad choices, or something even darker.
I'm noticing that black men only speak on black women getting murdered when it's a white man doing it. Y'all kill us every day. Black women get strangled, stabbed, shot. But when it's a white man do it, that's when you say something.
Girl, it feels like every single day, a new detail comes out about Ashley Janae, and the picture people had of her online is starting to look very different. Just to refresh your memory, Ashley and her boyfriend, Joe McCann, a crypto businessman, traveled to Zanzibar, Tanzania, to celebrate her 31st birthday. During the trip, Joe reportedly proposed, and Ashley was excited enough to call her family and friends to share the news. She also posted about it online. But only a few hours later, everything changed. News broke that Ashley had died. And from the beginning, a lot of things didn't sit right with people, especially when it came to Joe. After her passing, he said nothing publicly. Not a tweet. Not a statement. Nothing. Then people noticed he had wiped every photo from his Instagram page. People who knew Joe before the incident claimed he never really posted Ashley, even though he appeared all over her page. The only personal posts he reportedly had were with his wife. Then Ashley's family revealed that Joe had not contacted them. They even launched a GoFundMe to bring Ashley home, which raised another uncomfortable question: if Ashley had no money available, how was she showing such an expensive lifestyle online? The trips, the luxury clothes, the gifts, everything made it seem like she was living a life most people could only dream of. But if there was nothing in the bank, what was really funding it? And once the internet started asking that question, it didn't take long before something else came out.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing? You know, we keeping it organic, me and my little chocolate Easter bunny. Babe, stop playing. Babe, you know I'm sensitive, babe. We about to get in a lick. This her car. She probably she just came for to pick me up.
Something like, not too crazy.
She from Philly, so you know she crazy, she toxic. She might stab you. You might stab me in my sleep.
I'm not
you
toxic.
Told me if I take my hands off, you gonna beat me up.
Because I'm good with my hands.
Ashley reportedly wasn't just a Miami influencer. According to online claims, she was also known as a bottle girl, video vixen, and someone who had connections around Miami's entertainment scene. Then one person who claimed to know her personally wrote, "No one's saying it, so I'll say it." They alleged that before Ashley built her influencer image, people in Miami knew her from the club scene, and that Joe first met her at a party where she was working. According to that person, Ashley danced in Joe's section, and from there, their relationship turned into a year-and-a-half cycle of luxury trips, hotel fights, and messy breakups. They also claimed this was not the first time Ashley and Joe had been engaged, it was allegedly the second. And according to those same claims, police had been called before to break up fights between them. The person also alleged that Joe was dealing with a financial crime investigation and accused him of being rich, older, unstable, and holding a major power imbalance over Ashley. In their opinion, that imbalance may have been exactly why he chose her. Now, nobody knows for sure what happened that night. May Ashley rest in peace, and may her family get the truth. But online, a lot of people are saying this relationship looked less like a fairy tale and more like a very public sugar baby situation that spiraled out of control. Ashley was also known in the divestment community, where she openly talked about dating outside her race and wanting a different lifestyle. In past posts, she pushed back against criticism and made it clear that she wanted a relationship that raised her standards emotionally, financially, and socially. So when Ashley started posting Joe McCann, a wealthy crypto businessman, it looked like she had finally gotten the life she wanted. The luxury trips, the gifts, the expensive hotels, everything made it seem like she had one. But according to critics, the reality behind that lifestyle may have been much messier. While Ashley presented herself as a lifestyle influencer and occasional video vixen, people online claimed she had another Instagram page where she promoted a much different side of her life. Some allege that this page is how Ashley and Joe first connected before they eventually met in person at a party. By around November 2025, Ashley and Joe had made their relationship public while celebrating their one-year anniversary. But looking back now, people are questioning whether the relationship was ever as glamorous as it looked online.
Do you know what really made me sad? And I don't know whether you caught it. I've been looking for it, but I know as fact, because I took some pictures from that page. Ashley had another Instagram page. It's been taken down. Somebody has taken down that second Instagram page. Why? Because you see, there's an old saying, when you start to throw water, if you throw water at a wall, it goes in every direction, not just one direction. Which means that as we are going to expose Joe for who and what he is, it's also unfortunately going to expose Ashley for what she was doing. We also find out.
And what makes this whole situation even more complicated is that around the same time Ashley and Joe were reportedly building this public romance, Joe was allegedly still speaking about his wife and young children. That immediately raised bigger questions online. Was Joe already involved with Ashley while he was still married? If he really was this devoted family man, did he go through an unusually fast divorce? Or was he technically still married when he proposed to Ashley in Zanzibar? Those questions have fueled a lot of speculation, especially since some people believe Ashley may not have been Joe's fiancée in the traditional sense, and that the proposal itself may have been more about image than commitment. From the outside, Joe appeared to be giving Ashley everything she publicly wanted: luxury travel, expensive experiences, and the so-called soft life she seemed to embrace. He reportedly flew her around the world and funded the glamorous lifestyle many saw on social media. But according to people close to the situation, that lifestyle may have come with serious instability behind the scenes. Multiple online claims suggest Joe became increasingly aggressive, and that their relationship was filled with constant arguments. One of Ashley's friends reportedly said the fight at the villa was not the first public incident between them, adding, "This is also not the first time he did something of this nature to Ashley. Joe, you are going to rot in jail." If those claims are true, it paints a much darker picture, one where the luxury may have masked an escalating cycle of conflict. And that's what many people are struggling to understand. If there were already red flags, why did Ashley stay? For some, the answer may be emotional attachment, financial dependence, hope, fear, or the belief that things would eventually change. But whatever the reason, people close to her are now making it clear they do not want Ashley's entire story reduced to internet labels or simplified narratives. While critics online have tried to frame her life one way, friends who knew her personally appear determined to push back against the idea that Ashley can simply be boxed into one stereotype. For them, she was more than whatever narrative social media is trying to attach to her now.
I've known her since about 2022. Everything that everybody's saying couldn't be further from the truth of who she was as a person. And it's bad enough finding out and having this be the way that I found out about Ashley and everything that she's been through. But it's almost traumatizing to see how people talk about her in the midst of this devastating loss.
People who say they truly knew Ashley before all of this are now pushing back hard against the internet's version of her story. One friend, who said they had known Ashley since around 2021 or 2022, made it clear that the public narrative doesn't match the woman they knew at all. According to them, everything that everybody's saying couldn't be further from the truth of who she was as a person. And for those close to her, this situation has become even more painful because they're not just grieving her loss, they're also watching her name get picked apart online in real time. The friend explained that learning about Ashley's death was already devastating on its own, but seeing people tear her down while she can't defend herself has made it even worse. In their words, it's almost traumatizing to watch people speak so harshly about someone they loved during such a tragic moment. To push back against claims that Ashley's relationship was fake or purely transactional, people close to her reportedly shared text messages they say prove the engagement was real. According to them, Ashley genuinely believed in her future with Joe and was excited about what was ahead. That detail matters, because it suggests Ashley may not have viewed this relationship the same way critics online are framing it now. Adding even more intrigue, Joe Budden also reportedly mentioned that he knew Ashley and seemed surprised by how quickly things had escalated between her and Joe McCann, especially when he implied Ashley was already doing school runs with Joe's children while the relationship still seemed relatively new. For many people watching, that only deepened the mystery. It suggested Ashley may have become integrated into Joe's personal life far faster than most expected, raising even more questions about how serious, complicated, or overlapping this relationship really was from the beginning.
Young.
Stand none of the romantic choices. But if that's your homegirl and you love her and they vouch for that person, Ashley and homeboy was at my birthday dinner.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They were at my birthday dinner. And I invited Ashley the last 2 years to my birthday dinner. So this year I made it a point to get on the phone. Like, yo, this is the year. What's up? You gonna make it? And she was on some shit like, yeah, just gotta check with my man. And I know we gotta drop off the stepkids and we gotta pick them up from school and they on spring break and this. And I'm on the phone like, girl, for real? Like, yo, you playing stepmommy over there.
Her friends also explained that Ashley was a businesswoman with a successful hair care brand, and according to them, that was the real source behind her soft lifestyle. But people online are questioning that too, because it's hard to find a clear business page connected to Ashley. And in this day and age, it's hard to imagine someone running a thriving beauty brand completely offline. Still, for Ashley's friends, the escort allegations are nothing but cheap attacks on her character. And honestly, even if some of the rumors were true, that still does not change the main point: a young woman went on vacation and never came back home. Whether Ashley was a businesswoman, a lifestyle influencer, an escort, or whatever label the internet wants to put on her, nobody deserves to lose their life like this. And as expected, people have a lot to say. Many are now demanding that Zanzibar release the CCTV footage from the night leading up to Ashley Janae's death. People want full transparency, because right now, there are still too many unanswered questions. What makes this even harder to process is Ashley's final post. She was feeding a giraffe, with HBD Ashley spelled out in rose petals at her feet. That post was made on April 5th. Just days later, she was gone. Nobody saw that coming. Ashley Janae deserved to live. And what makes it even sadder is that the same community she praised and supported is now being criticized for not showing up strongly enough to advocate for her after her death. But what do you guys think about this situation? Sound off in the comments, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.